Hello everyone, it's Adam again from Building a Digital Lifestyle. I hope you're all doing alright. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of August 2018, and I've just got to lovely Glasgow, Scotland. It's an amazing place if you've never been. Glasgow is a vibrant city out in Scotland. I've just been out in town there. I've got back to the hotel. I've got a meeting down here tomorrow, so I thought I'd shoot this quick video as part of the video series we've had in the past couple of days on the book The Enchiridion by Epictetus. A lot has been learned, a lot has been shared. The main reason why I'm doing these videos is so I can improve my videoing skills and also to improve my knowledge about life and also to improve myself as my person. And I'm reading this out, on being recorded so I can share the experience with anyone watching this video and also in the process educate them and myself included. It's a very small book. We're slowly working our way to the end now. We're currently on page 19, and so soon we'll be finishing it, but a lot of knowledge is in this little handbook called the guidebook, as I call it now. It was given to me by a mate of mine who wanted me to read it and to get some knowledge about just philosophies on how to live my life. So it's been amazing, it's been great. I encourage you, if you can, do get one for yourself. Just something you can always refer to. So we're doing these videos again to improve ourselves, and we've come to page 19 now. We will be ending it at the end. I'll read it out for you word for word, and then I will share my thoughts on it as well, just so we can all learn, and feel free to leave a comment on it when you get to watch this video, because it will be absolutely amazing to do that. So moving on, it says, as in working, you take care not to tread on a nail or twist your foot. So take care that you do not harm your governing principle. And if we guard this in everything we do, we shall set to work more securely. Again, what I get here from Epictetus, what he's trying to say here is that we should always, in everything we do in life, we should be cautious that we are not, just making decisions randomly, and we need to be careful with every decision we make so it does not harm our governing principle. Now, everyone has their own governing principle, and you got to guide your governing principle with your life, because your governing principle is, in my opinion, is what people know you as, what people will perceive you as. So it's just making sure that you do things in the light of your governing principle, so people wouldn't be perceived in the wrong with the wrong light. I give you an example. A man who's trying to become a judge or the president of a country, you wouldn't catch him doing things that aren't in light with what he wants to become, because of course it does not, with him living a life like that, it does not help with his future career. So just making sure that you have your governing principle as something you protect with your life, and make sure that you don't go above the limit. So moving on, it says, every man's body is a measure of his property, as the foot is the measure of his shoe. If you stick to this limit, you will keep the right measure, and if you go beyond it, you are bound to be carried away down to a precipice in the end. Just as with the shoe, if you once go beyond the foot, your shoe puts on gliding and soon purple and embroidery. For when once you go beyond the measure, there is no limit. So again, what I get from this is keeping within the limit. So different school of thoughts, different people who teach different ways of living within the limit, and it's just basically not going beyond it. Live a life that is within within measure. A good lecturer, one of my lecturers back in uni, used to say something like, if you cannot measure it, you cannot control it. So we measure our actions, and so we can control this actions, and so it doesn't spill over. Again, this also things we can also relate to in life, in business, in relationships, in everything we do in life. You just need to make sure that we keep everything within limit. We don't take more than we need, and also we just sort of keep it reasonable enough. So moving on, it says, when women from 14 years upwards are called madam by men, wherefore When they see that the only advantage that they've got is to be marriageable, they begin to make themselves smart and to set all their hopes on this. We must take pains then to make them understand that they are really honored for nothing but a modest and decorous life. Yeah, it's interesting about this, talking about women here. The women of this day and age are not the same women as he's referring to, because of course the women rights and women are a bit more, more exposed out there and more open to the opportunities that are out there for women. So from the age of 14, yes, yeah, they could be called madam, but right now women are just as equal to men. They do and have rights just as men do. And I do understand here that we men need to honor the women, keep them in the right light. Yeah, despite the fact that the society we live in now gives women the same right as men and also opportunities, but we still need to look after the women, because of course the women are special, and we need to make sure we take care of them and just keep them happy. So moving on, it says, it is a sign of a dull mind to dwell upon the cares of the body, to prolong exercise, eating, drinking, and other bodily functions. These things are to be done by the way. All the attention must be given to the mind. So again, if you remember from a couple of videos back, we talked about how people train the body. So the dull mind, someone could have a dull mind and have a perfect body, and that's what he's referring to here. If you imagine, this book was written over 1,000 years ago. This individual is, stating here that our minds is just as important as our body, because when we're busy looking after our body, we need to understand that our minds have to be trained and to be trained as well. And something I'm beginning to pick up for myself. Moving for the past couple of years, of course. I mean, I do train, I do all the exercise, and I've got all the qualifications, most of the qualifications I need for my career. But we've come to the point where we stopped developing ourselves, and we cannot look at the outward bit and not the inner bit. So I've taken it upon myself in a couple of weeks now to say, okay, I'm going to be improving my mind as well as my body. And so when you have a full package, you can actually feel good. So it's basically feeling the best you can, and not what people see you as, but also knowing that yes, apart from all of this inside, you've got a minefield of a beautiful mind. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna finish on the book today. The Epictetus will be moving on to page 20 tomorrow. But just a quick thought though, as I was driving up, I just had a quick thought there in mind. When we do things in our life, we many times worry about a lot of things, i.e. as a student, you worry about your exams, about how your grades, and when you graduate, when you get a job and all that stuff. And yes, of course, at that time, it's kind of the most important thing in your life. So I thought I'll show a quick video in this video to share my thoughts, to say, whatever situation you are, that it is only a phase and you get by it. I remember when I was a student, all I could think about was my grades and what how the job I'll get at the end of it. But then I realized, looking back, and when my life is unfolding in front of me, and all the things I was worrying about then, i.e. my exams, my grades and everything, they don't actually matter anymore. These things were just things I had to do at the time in order for me to get to where I am now. So when you're in a situation that things are beginning to, give you a bit of bother, you're struggling with it, you just got to understand it is only a phase. You will get past it, and when you go past it, you wouldn't even remember all what happened in the past. So I thought I'll share that, and also encourage us to have that in mind, and share that idea with many other of our peers to know that it's never the end of the world. There's a lot of challenges in life, and where you are right now is just one, and it's only a phase. You will get past it. And that's why I'll be finishing the video today. But before I do that, I'm just going to read out what I've always done. As part of this, it's a line I got from Les Brown, a motivational speech. And yeah, it's been helping me to keep strong, and also to keep that inner strength, and to get by my day with a lot of mental stamina. So moving on, it says, I choose not to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be kept a citizen, humbled and adored, and having the state look after me. I want to take calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to that guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to a common state of utopia. I will never be cowed to a master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and not afraid, to stand boldly and say, this I have done. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. God bless. Bye-bye.